Hello, everybody. I've got some old Pro Tools sessions that were created on the Mac a number of years ago, and I'm on Windows 10 now and would like to import these sessions and save them in a current format. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. I've got three songs here. This Yesterday Someday is the song we're going to be working on today. I have an original folder here that contains the original session. And I also created a few new folders. So the first thing we're going to do after we open that session is we're going to save into the restored folder. And I'm going to convert the Sound Designer 2 audio into WAV files and store that in this audio folder. And then once everything is matched up, I'm going to save a copy into the new folder. So let's head into the original folder. What we're going to do is we're going to add the PTS extension to the session file, and we're going to open that in Pro Tools. And this notes that the session was created on a Mac. It does not have Mac PC compatibility enforced. We knew that. So we're going to click OK. And I don't want to back it up to the cloud, but all of these other settings look right to me. We'll double check in just a moment to make sure that we've got 24-bit and 48K sample rate. So hit OK. And I'm going to save into the restored folder. And we're going to leave it set to automatically find and relink, although this is not going to work. Okay, so it says some files to relink not found, which is to be expected. I'm going to double click on that, close that window, and you'll see here we've got a list of all of the files. But before we get to that, I'm going to come down to File and Import Session Data, and we're going to look at the original session. And just double check, we've got Pro Tools session on Pro Tools LE on Mac OS. And it is indeed 24-bit 48K. So let's cancel out of that. The very next thing I'm going to do is head over to the edit window. And I'm going to expand the clips session here. And I'm going to open up the SD2 wave and just double check here. We've got 48K and 24 bits. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to locate the audio files. I'm going to select them all. Click select. I'm going to choose the destination, and we are in the right folder already, Yesterday Someday Audio. Click select and hit convert. And this is going to take a while, so I'll come back in a moment when this is complete. And we are done. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to come over and find the audio files. I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to drag those into the clips section over here. Maximize that. I'm also going to close the tracks over here and expand this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this and I'm going to close the session. Now when I open the session, again, it tells me we've got some missing plugins. I knew about that. And now it's asking to automatically find and relink, which we know is not going to work. Okay, some files to relink not found, so we're going to double click on that. We'll close the task manager. I'm going to maximize this window because we're going to do a lot of work in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this audio files section. So this is where our imported audio is now. I'm going to select that, drag this up out of the way. And we're going to look through these and see if we can find some candidates. Now what I'm looking at is the name of the audio file, and in this case it's audio1_01, and I'm looking at the duration. This one's 6 minutes, 39.917 seconds. So with that selected, I'm going to click Find All Candidates, and I'm going to see if we have something that matches. And we do. Audio1_01, 6 minutes, 39.917 seconds. So I'm going to link that. That's what I'm going to do for each one of these files. Now, as these files import in the background, this list is going to change, and we might actually need to go in and commit links and do the process a number of times before we've got everything linked. So I'm going to go through and do this process. I might stop periodically and point out some things, but I'll come back and we'll get started again once I'm done. All right, I think I've gotten through the first group, so I'm going to go ahead and commit links. Click yes, and this is what we have left. So we're going to start at the top and do it again. All right, I've gotten through the second set. We'll hit commit links, click yes. It looks like we're done, so I'm going to close out the relink window, and looks good to me. Everything appears to be there. All right, so next I'm going to click in the clips window, and I want to select all unused audio except whole files and clear those out. Yes, I'm sure that I want to remove them. And what that leaves are all of the clips that we've got here in the timeline plus any whole files. I'm also going to click show file name, and we'll see all of these are now pointing to those WAV files that we converted. So I'm going to close the clips window, and I'm going to listen through just to make sure that everything's okay. And if it is, I'm going to assume it is, and I'm going to save this session. I'll also do a save copy in, where I want to copy the audio files. Click OK, and we will put this in the new folder. And click save. And it's copying all of that audio over. And we're going to just close this session, and we're going to reopen it just to make sure everything's good to go. Yes, we are aware that we are missing some plugins, no big deal. And that looks good. So that does it. Thank you all for watching.